Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Parrish, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Capes and Lunatics. I am Phil. Joining me as always, straight from Cell Block D in New Jersey, it is
Charlie the Professor Essa. It's a pleasure.
And I don't know what kind of concoction is down there in Florida. And no, I'm not talking about the alcohol. It is.
Hey y'all, it's Lil Pal Fire and it's none of your effing business.
So, got a few items today.
I was going to say, see, my glass is lead lined. That way, Superman can't see what I'm drinking.
He still thinks he's stuck in Superman 3, man. He's been Superman sitting
Always thinking. Hey, Philip.
Hello, Charlie, yes, sir.
I am well. You didn't ask, but I just thought I'd tell you. Hello, Lilith.
Hello, Professor.
Hello.
We talked a little before we got on here. I thought you were okay. You seemed okay.
Yeah, I'm great.
Okay, then why were you like, nobody asked me how I am? Okay. How are you? Marvelous.
No, I was just saying.
Let me out.
Well, you didn't ask. I'm just letting you know. No, it was not that. I said that and I felt awkward because you didn't ask how I was. So I just said it because that's something you often do, but I realized you did not ask me how I was. And so I didn't want to seem like, I was forcing my worldview upon you. I don't want to force that on you.
Is there a segue?
No. Well, Phil's in charge of segues.
So I didn't ask you how you were doing?
No, you didn't ask me how I was.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway,
but right. You don't have to be sorry is my point. I just... Keep up, Phil. Okay.
Who's on first?
That was a Jeopardy question this week.
LeVar Burton. Speaking of, what you think of
And
LeVar
Picard said he would never put his crew in jeopardy, the liar.
Well, LeVar put himself in jeopardy, first off. And actually, technically, a bunch of crazy Star Trek fans put LeVar Burton in... Well, Star Trek and Reading Rainbow fans put LeVar Burton in jeopardy.
Well, it's a really big crossover, because I'm not going to lie, met him on Reading Rainbow, then did the Star Trek thing, so yeah.
I mean, I just like him because he was Kunta Kinte. That's where I know him from.
I know him from Star Trek, and he played LeVar Burton on Big Bang Theory.
Yes, he was owned by Mr. Brady. So when he decided to be evil, not LeVar Burton, Mr. Brady.
Well, Mr. Brady was our architect, so we already knew he was a little unhinged.
Yes.
Oh,
but he's
don't
the
add me
plantation
architecture majors.
Burn. But yeah, I've been doing a good job this week.
That's what George always pretends he is.
Exactly my point.
Yes, because it's a job that you think doesn't take much, but it's actually probably a lot of work. And actually, I don't even know what an architect does. My nephew, he's an engineer. He's a building engineer, and I think he does. Like architects draw pictures, and he says, "Well, that's not going to work." You do realize that, right? That none of these angles have any support. So let me show you how we're going to make a support. And so really, he's the guy who actually designs the building. The architect just says, "Here's a house. I want to make a house." And the engineer goes, "Okay, well, let's see where we can put a foundation in your house." That's why like Frank Lloyd Wright houses are all falling off of cliffs, and like they need to be preserved because there is no sense of engineering in any Frank Lloyd Wright house. Man was a monster when it comes to building things. I said it.
On that note,
Bird?
what's in the news?
Well, I guess maybe we'll start what we were talking about, Lilith, before Charlie jumped in. Charlie, there was, there was an early review of the Suicide Squad movie coming out next week. And
Yes.
I guess part of its R rating is you get to see a penis, the male genitalia.
Oh, please be
A
Shark King.
dong?
I mean, there's no reason for Shark King to have a dong because fish don't have dongs.
That's what we say. I said it's going to be a baby shark, all right.
Well,
I guarantee you it's going to be King Shark.
well, if it's only rated R, Lilith was saying it has to be a fake one. So I was thinking, yeah, it's probably King Shark, and they're going with a fake one, you know.
Yeah, but I guess because he's like a bipedal shark. But are they? Do they still lay eggs, and are they still aquatic? Because I would still think.
Hey, that
unless
gives a
they're-
new meaning to Shark Week.
Are we talking about a three-legged shark?
It's like a baby's fist holding an apple.
Maybe. I
And
don't
there's
know.
your Austin Powers reference for the
Why
week.
would it have to be?
That's
That's always the thing. You know, it's like
Dong is a
human
metaphor.
mammalian
Fighting
genitalia.
words.
Human mammalian genitalia is not the default for all species, and we need to stop.
Shh, it's
suggesting
James Gunn.
it is.
Shh, shh, shh. It's James Gunn, bro.
I know he said
Enough
it in
said.
Roma.
Enough said.
You know how duck penises work, right?
Yeah. By the way, I gotta say, Film Rise, I don't like it. Was watching Toxic Avenger on there. Way too many commercials. Like too many. Like there's a right amount for the commercials you can
If
put.
Charlie
into a
Esther
free
says there's
service.
too many commercials, oh my
Yeah,
god!
it's like, man,
No, he's just joining the dark side. It's fine.
no, they're taking advantage, is what I'm saying.
Hey, in the last what is it?
Join me aboard my vessel, mateys. Arg.
What is it? In the last month, I've gone to see 2 movies at the movie theater, and I think they're taking advantage anymore because I mean there was at least 20 minutes of previews and commercials.
They gotta get you caught up. It's been 2 years, baby.
Well, you know,
They gotta
first
blow the
off-
load, sir.
how early before you got into the theater were you sitting there? 'Cause if you're 20 minutes early, yeah, they have a lot of ads running before.
Well,
that,
no, I'm not
because
even
it's like-
talking about the ads. Just like when they start the trailers, there was like 20 minutes from there. I mean, there was commercials before that even too.
Yeah,
So.
well, there's a lot of backlog of movies coming out, and you know, honestly, I like trailers. I enjoy them.
I like trailers too, but you know, I want to get to a
Y'all
movie
some weirdos.
too. Especially what was, you know.
It's what YouTube is for. Y'all some weirdos.
No, because then I got to actually go out and find it. I don't want to have to look for it. I want it to be just fed directly into my brain.
Suck it.
I don't want any commercials fed into my brain whatsoever unless I'm actively looking for them. So that's how that works for me.
Two different worlds. But yeah, so okay,
Yes.
so we have Suicide Squad. We're gonna get a penis, at least according to rumor. I mean, honestly,
It's better than boobs. At least it's not. I've already seen Margot Robbie's hoo-ha inner boobs. So, you know, do something new.
well,
I'm
Keep
glad.
your damn dirty opinion to yourself, Wolf Hellfire.
I mean,
Go
well,
watch Wolf of Wall Street if you want to go see Margot Robbie's hoo-ha and boobies.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Get out of my Suicide
No,
Squad.
I'm just saying in general.
look,
don't
I'm
just
sure
use
they're
the term
perfectly acceptable naked body parts. You know, that's fine. But you know, I don't just need to see a boob to make it interesting for me. I would rather there be a story behind the boob
I was
and
fine
why
with
I'm seeing the
no.
boob.
I was fine with seeing no.
Yeah, I mean, why do we need boobs in a movie about Starro and King Shark?
Is this just going for the
The
shock
action
factor?
should speak for itself.
Is this just like
Well,
the
I
shock factor?
will say this: it is a prison scene. I mean, it is a prison movie, so there is an obligatory
dropped the
shower
soap?
fight scene.
Okay.
Yeah, there's got to be a shower fight.
It is
scene.
James Gunn. I guarantee you somebody dropped
But
it. You're right.
if it's King Shark versus what's Peacemaker, I'm fine with that too. You know, I don't care who's in the shower
John
fight.
Cena
It's-
will never show you his dong.
No, it's
Well, no,
because
that's
you
why we
can't
see.
see him.
Lilith.
But that's why we see King Sharks, because we see him from behind
Oh,
with his Ripley muscles, and King Shark's big old or little old. I don't know. I don't know what it's like for
It's
sharks.
James Gunn, so I'm guaranteeing you it's not going to be anatomically correct if we were. There's nothing
Yeah, but,
scientific
like,
about
you know,
it.
it's gonna be a Dr. Manhattan thing all over again.
Well, all I'm saying is that it doesn't make sense for an aquatic creature to have a large exposed genital, especially if you're going to add testicles to it,
But he's half a man too.
because those are only going to get cold, and then you're going to want to pull them up into you anyway to keep them warm. So really, I mean, they would need. I mean, like, I'm just saying that's a dolphin thing. Like if he was King Dolphin, yeah, totally. I could see big cock and balls out there.
Whoa!
That's at Charlie Esser. 2 E's in the middle.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that not a?
Don't keep playing Rob.
I didn't know if that was a dirty word anymore. I don't know anymore. I don't know what's dirty anymore. Meat and veg. I'm sorry. There we go.
Friggin' Barry.
I don't know. Yeah.
Male
I'm
genital.
not excited to see the Suicide Squad. Just being honest with you, all the
Suppo-
reviews that I've seen
Supposedly
that I
it's getting
trust.
good rate. Supposedly it's getting good
Yeah.
ratings from the critics and stuff. People who've seen
Oh
it.
no, it's getting good reviews, and I think it's going to be a decent film. I mean, James Gunn is acting kind of weird about it. And now what's his name? The guy who did the first Suicide
David
Squad.
Ayer.
Yeah, he's like, well, I had a good movie too, but then they didn't let me do it. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, great. Then you should have pushed back. Then you should have fought for the movie you wanted to make and not the movie they made. Because you backed off. It is the lesson that Chef taught us. If you watch Chef, it's all about Iron Man 2. I learned this from watching Wisecrack videos. And it's all about how, you can have this great vision, but there's going to be a corporate guy who's going to say, no, don't do your vision. Do what I want you to do. And are you going to cave or are you going to fight for your vision? And
And then you get to
Some
go make
people
the
don't-
Lion King.
I'm going to do what I want to do. Because they still like him. And I guess in the long run, there's this argument that could be made that, he backed off and then they said, well, come on back. Keep on doing work for us. And he got more and more in his own fields. And then he started really branching out what he was going to do. And I think that puts, Jean Favreau in that spot where he is in a place where he can be accepted by the man, but still do his own thing. Which, of course, is the whole, if I just work within the system, I can achieve my greatness dream that, people always have. And the problem with films is that there has to be a system, Unless you're going to do, I know you want this, like I did on a shoestring budget in a strip club where I basically charmed the owner to let us shoot there because I knew a couple of his dancers, Unless you're going to do that and be real guerrilla about it, you got to have a system. Did I mention that we were accepted into the Independent Cinema Awards for New York this year?
Congratulations, buddy.
Yes, I'm very excited. I don't know what that means or what they're doing. I think it's an online festival, but that's good because it means you'll all be able to see it on the online festival.
Charlie Esser in a strip club sold.
I don't actually. Well, I'm in
No
a few
spoilers.
scenes.
No spoilers.
I know
Yeah.
you both probably don't strip, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I have.
Probably.
I will just say I do have my Hitchcock moment in it. So that's my that's the thing, but it's not a big thing.
You did what to your what? No, I'm kidding.
I had my Hitchcock, and it was in the movie, so that was perfect.
Whoa.
The Cosmic Rod.
Why did we
Anyway.
have that lever, Gronk?
My big thing.
Anyways,
Move it along, Philip. What
All
else do we have
right.
for news?
So, yeah. Oh, here's what I was going to start with. We almost had a national tragedy on our hands this week. Thank God everything came out okay. We almost lost Bob Odenkirk this week, kids. He had a mild heart attack.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm just glad they got. Hey, nothing to mess around with. That's how we lost John Ritter.
Oh, yeah.
And if there's one thing Simone Biles has taught us,
Take
Don't
your
play to
damn
the paint.
day.
take your dang day.
Even if Michael Che does make fun of you.
Well, Michael Che can make fun
Who
of
is
anything
Michael
he
Che?
wants. Exactly. I know.
One's Joe's other wife.
I'm just saying, and I do enjoy Michael Che as a comedic actor and all that kind of stuff. But
Oh my God, that was the funniest tweet I saw today. It was like someone was like, calling Jost, logging on to Twitter and seeing Scarlett Johansson and Michael Che in the news, and just someone walking in the door and walking right back out.
Yep.
well, I
And
mean,
that's when it's time to log off.
Yeah, but this Better Call Saul thing. I mean, he was on set. He had a mild. At least they're saying it was like a mild. I guess a mild heart thing now. But they got him to the hospital quick enough, and they took care of it. So
Yay.
hopefully he'll be back. I mean, that's
and
the
here's
thing.
your cue to go support him and stream Nobody wherever you can find it. It's a good movie.
Oh yeah. I've seen ads for that. It's supposed to be good. Of course, that's the thing. It's one of these things where there's so many good films and movies and TV shows out there.
I keep meaning
You
this.
never know what to do. You really don't.
This might be the weekend. Kids, go stream Nobody.
After you've read your comics and eaten your vegetables and drank your 8 glasses of water.
Thank you, little
Don't forget to drink your Ovaltine.
A crummy commercial.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what you get for an after credit scene now.
Hello.
Yeah, well, it's at least it was fancy. It wasn't like just the like a little wipe in the end. It was just the stamp, and they did it fancy so that you knew there's a little fourth wall breaky.
Deadpool confirmed.
Nice. All right.
Deadpool quite confirmed. He wasn't his thing with Korg.
But yes. Oh, speaking of the MCU, Hawkeye premieres November 24th.
Get hyped! Wait a minute, isn't that Thanksgiving?
Maybe that's the plan. It's probably the day before because I think they're premiering stuff on Wednesday, so it might be the day before Thanksgiving. That maybe that's their thinking. Love Hellfire.
Yeah. Well, no, that
I
makes
guess we're not going anywhere again this year. So hey, there you go.
Well, you know what it is? It's a family-oriented series.
Is it?
It's about found family. I'm curious.
I mean, so is Supernatural, but it's gruesome.
Yeah, but Marvel's all about the found families.
Really?
It's all about the friends you make along the way. And and the hope is that that's where a lot of stuff is going to tie together. Maybe we're going to get our Kid Loki and our Iron Lad and our Elijah Bradley and the whole gang. Wiccan and Speed showing up. It could be, man. Just watch.
To my Hawkeye show. It's already not so secretly a Hawkeye show. Like, let's just be honest.
Yeah, no, it's the Hawkeye Kate Bishop show. And for what it's worth, Jeremy Renner, he gets to be
what we should have got was a Hawkeye movie and a Black Widow series. I'm just saying.
Well, we're gonna get Black Widow in this one too. So.
Well, the new one,
the other Black Widow. But she blew her load, so there we go.
Whoa!
Well, no, we're getting the new Black Widow, which we knew we were getting the new Black Widow anyway. Which, for what it's worth, that's sort of where we're at with this. And honestly, here's what I'm going to tell you: Disney needs to fire that lawyer that they had talking back about the case once it got filed.
Oh, the Black Widow thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we want to talk about this.
No, go ahead. I was
I can talk about this.
I'm here for the drama. Too. Okay.
But the thing is, it's not in Disney's best interest.
Of course, it's not. That's why we love it.
Yeah, but to push back on this, they need to like politicians say.
People need to see how Disney really operates, and then maybe I'll get off.
No, they don't. That's the point.
Their mouse dick. Jesus.
No, but the point is that Disney does not want you to see how they operate.
They don't want to, but the rest of the world needs to see because they do some very sneaky, underhanded business practices. And I personally am glad that's
sneaky and underhanded.
Were they?
That's the point.
Were they?
They're mice. They're not Wolverines.
People need to know. I need people to stop worshiping Disney. It's physically making me ill.
Yeah, but were they in panic mode? Just last year, there wasn't a lot of money coming in last year.
Oh, they had plenty of money.
And the thing is that's all stuff that gets sorted out in court. There's no reason to make a statement.
Right.
They could have said, we're taking under advisement Miss Johansson's claims. We obviously really enjoy working with her. She's a great member of the Disney family. We do not want to tarnish this relationship, but we do want to discuss this in a courtroom as a matter of law.
Well,
not
that
as a
didn't
matter
happen, and now we're here for it.
Well,
it's drama.
I know,
it's
because
out in
this
the open,
lawyer,
and everybody's here
Disney
from it.
let some freaking, rich kid's son lawyer go out and make a statement, and it's like, Who put you in charge? That guy is going to be on the breadline tomorrow. Let me tell you that. I guarantee you, whatever lawyer said that, he's not on the case. Because he just blew up Disney's entire case. Because they made a statement that they didn't need to make. Just like, how prosecutors always say, we can't really discuss the case at this time. Because they're prosecuting a case and they need to play it close to the vest. And they know
he was this close. He was this close to consulting on the She-Hulk series. And guess what? No more, kid. You're going.
Blew it, pal.
You blew it.
Honestly, I think that whoever that guy is, I do not expect anything from him in the future.
Oh, he's not going to work.
That's what I'm saying. That just going out of your way to make a statement. Granted, Scarlett Johansson did lawyer made a big loud statement.
But of course he did. He has nothing to lose, everything to gain.
What did
exactly. And the fact of the matter is,
he's going against Goliath with the Rock, of course.
Well, did you see? I guess Emma Stone's thinking about revving up a lawsuit for Cruella now. So,
Exactly.
Emma Stone better go sit her butt down before she's about this close to never working again too. So she just better go on.
All things being equal,
she better hope for a Cruella too. At this point, she better pipe down.
Well, so here's the thing. Here's really what it is. Disney did make money off of streaming on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
And like I said, it was
like before, 1/3 of all the total movie in the case of Black Widow. So worldwide funds.
I know. So it is this issue that we know you made the money on it, and unlike.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. This is why we don't have Black Widow merch. She probably wanted points off the merch.
There you go.
It's all coming together now.
I mean, it's possible, yeah. Although, she deserves points on the merch.
But that's why we don't have Black Widow merch.
No,
So that's Black Widow merch we saw 2 years ago with Marvel Core.
Because Perlmutter wouldn't allow Black Widow merch to be sold. Once
that's ridiculous. Everybody wants money off the merch. Everybody.
No, not Perlmutter. He's weird. He doesn't like money. He likes his little worldview. And he's a very strange man, which is why they don't let him really play with the toys anymore.
Gimme.
They give him his money. Here you go, Mr. Perlmutter. Here's the money for being, on a piece of paper somewhere that says you own this stuff. Don't tell us how to run the business, and we'll give you money. And we do get Black Widow merch now. There's been more than a fair share of it out there. Okay. I mean, compared to what we have had in the past, I don't know. There's a lot of characters that are also being pushed at the same time. But
she wasn't on the Avengers shirt. I'm just saying.
Well, which Avengers shirt?
The movie shirt.
Well, yeah, that was back when Perlmutter was still sticking his proboscis into things. But yeah, so and at least that's the rumor we get, is that, Perlmutter's proboscis got too involved in stuff, and Perlmutter doesn't like women superheroes for some reason. Gee, I wonder why he bought a comic book company. But yeah, so that's that. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like Disney historically, yes, screws over people. We all know that. That's not a shocking revelation. But usually they play it very close. It's like the guy that's suing because of his book rights for the Star Wars.
If you're not on the side of eat the rich, you're not on the right side of history, Charlie.
I don't like to eat anyone. As I've always said, composting is a better use for that material.
Oh, little Hellfire knows.
You can grow
They'll
better.
ruin the topsoil. What are you talking about?
No, it biodegrades just like anything else, Lilith. That's all I'm saying. I want to have an environmentally friendly approach to these things.
After we're done, we'll shoot him into the sun with Jeff Bezos' rocket. It's fine.
Do you have any idea how bad that is for the environment? Shooting rockets into the sun
One extra time.
Some of us want
What's the worst thing that can happen? The ocean sets on fire? Guess what?
Well, I would hope that the reason we're doing this is to prevent the oceans from setting on fire. It's like if your whole view is just, Mad Max, it's like that's not a good outcome. That's not what we're going for. We're looking for something a little more positive in the long run.
I'm looking to end the world. Finally.
Okay, then that. Then you want more billionaires. Okay,
Some
they
women
will happily end the world for you once they've extracted their wealth.
give
But
them
I don't want to see people happy about it. That's the thing. Billionaires
They
are much
won't
too
be happy.
happy.
What, you think that makes them happy?
Well-
You think Jeff Bezos came back to Earth and didn't cry all night?
just give them
Because
enough
of-
money to build a faulty penis rocket. All right.
You know,
Exactly.
the man just, he did that and it didn't make him a hero. He felt no bigger than he did when he left. He wore
always
an
felt
oversized
smaller.
hat. Yeah, he actually felt probably smaller now. And it's like, dude, of course you did. You did nothing but spend money, and that's not going to fill the gaping hole in your heart. I'm sorry. I'm sorry no one ever loved you.
I'm just thinking that people need their eyes open about Disney and at this particular time, at this particular point in history. That's all that I will say. Maybe in 2 or 3 months y'all will get it, but I think it needs to happen.
I get it. Like I said, it just, I guess to me, it's just not news. And then, so for me, it's about the gamesmanship. It's about, okay, well, what is your play when...
I get it.
Because, Scarlett Johansson had to get her lawyers involved because you don't get unless you ask, and you ask with a lawyer. That's how you ask. And for Disney to get angry about it, when they're not even trying to shoot rockets into space, quite frankly,
They just want money.
either they're leveraged way worse than they want us to think, which is bad, which is a possibility. It's a very real possibility that they are way more on
you guys can go
a
check
nice
the investors call.
Well,
I mean, it's either
Disney World is not making money. Disneyland's not making money.
Yeah.
There's a couple other things that are going under quietly.
I'm sure there's lots of things that are not making money.
Their precious streaming and the $30 that y'all are giving them, they need every penny of that, is what it seems like to me.
And that may be the case. And that's a case you make in court. Which is like, we intentionally segregated out those funds.
I just wonder if there's some kind of loophole in the contract where they're like, well, yeah, we didn't spell out.
How is it 2021 or even 2018 or whenever this contract? If this contract was made post Netflix, how do you not think about streaming? Especially with the trolls. Trolls.
They probably did think about streaming, but up until that point, so there's probably a streaming box office split that favors box office over streaming. And they made the choice, and then that's the argument they make in court. It's like they made the gamble that box office would be bigger than
Trolls,
streaming.
Bro, never bet on the box office anymore. Trolls.
I know, I understand that, but this is the gameplay.
She needs to
that's
her managers.
That's what's supposed to happen in a quiet courtroom among.
There's no such thing as a quiet courtroom in 2021.
Yes, there are. They don't let people. This is a civil case. They don't let people into the courtroom in a civil.
It's not about people. It's about Harvey over at TMZ and the people that he knows leaking out things. People, it's like that.
Well,
now.
yeah, but that's why you're supposed to have someone
supposed to and do
things.
are two different things. There's no privacy.
Exactly.
There's
Well,
no quiet court. Especially with Disney. People have been foaming at the mouth for some bad press on Disney. That's all that I'm saying. People want Disney to have their comeuppance.
I understand that. And for the lawyer to give them bad press for Disney was a stupid first-day amateur idiot move.
It doesn't.
But then again, all press is good press. Disney's going to spend it in about 2 more days, and we'll forget about it.
They're just going to give her money to make her go away, because that's what they do. They're gonna say, we can't give you 10 million, but how about 4 million? And she'll say 5, and they'll say 4.5, and she'll say
7, and then they'll say 5.
Yeah, no, it's a negotiation. They'll work it out. This doesn't even go to trial. It gets settled out of court in about 5 weeks, and that's where it ends.
Yeah, but if they set that precedent, how many other people are going to start lining up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How many other people are Scarlett Johansson? Ain't nobody. There's not a Cruella fan base that's out there pushing for Emma Stone to get her fair share.
But it makes it look like it's a thing against gender. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
if you have a good lawyer enough to spin it.
You know, their problem is that The Rock ain't suing nobody tomorrow. Because The Rock, he's going to say, no, I'm very happy to be here, sir. Thank you for letting me be on your Jungle Cruise movie. Glad to be a part of the show.
Smell the lawsuit The Rock is cooking.
And I'm telling you right now, I tried to download that. I could not because obviously lots of people are watching it right now. Lots of people are paying their $30. What?
For
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise?
It's out already?
Oh, yeah. It was out like yesterday. And I went to go buy it today because, I realized that because I wanted to go see it in the theater, but I realized the logistics weren't happening because me and Maz are going to review that on Sunday, hopefully. And so I went to go download it and it says we can't do it right now. Too many people are asking. And so everyone's watching Jungle Cruise. That thing's going to make a mint.
Of course it is. It's The Rock. That's why they hired him in that position.
Well, of course,
for that
exactly.
Movie.
And, they probably paid him up front.
Against type.
See, it's saying released today. So, I mean, that's a big problem right there. Me and Lilith had no idea it was coming out today. I
don't watch commercials. I don't know. I'm not a Disney
and to be
person
fair,
anymore.
trailer at both movies I went to, and I didn't make an impact on me, I guess, to date at least.
yeah, well, whatever it is. I mean, like I said, obviously it's a demographic that is obviously skewing a little older. I'll tell you what it is. It's people of an age who the Weird Al Yankovic song "Skipper Dan" had a deep and emotional impact on them. So this is our Skipper Dan movie, and I just feel that is. So I think it's a great demographic because I'm in it. But yeah, and there's apparently enough of us to make the robot have a problem with it. And to be fair, I had no problems downloading Black Widow. So I'll just put that on the table.
Well, here's the other thing. Maybe more people
Sexist.
misogynist. Maybe too. Maybe more people were going to the theater to watch Black Widow. Maybe more people are staying home to watch Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out to watch Jungle
too.
Cruise.
I mean, and that's the thing. It's like Cruella and Jungle Cruise. Would I have gone to
that
a
was
theater?
meant to be seen in IMAX too, so I don't know. You're probably going to lose a little something in the viewing.
When you say meant to be seen, and I don't even know what that means. The Inhumans were supposed to be meant to be seen in IMAX. So.
I mean, it looked better in IMAX. Not that it was a better story, but
I saw it in IMAX.
And Jungle Cruise is based. It's much like the first Pirates of the Caribbean. It's kind of meant to mimic the ride, and the CG is definitely meant to be on an IMAX screen. So
yeah, and I could see that, but honestly, really, until they make the VR goggles version of films, what am I even doing?
Again, porn leads the way.
Yeah, oh boy. Yeah.
Come on, Vivid.
We're waiting for the. Oh no, they have VR porn games.
It's not very good though.
No.
That's why I'm saying Vivid. Come on, Vivid. I mean, they really did the push for 4K.
You need someone to invest in. You need someone to invest in the technology, and that's
Vivid pushed for 4K and HD quality and the makeup and all that stuff, and that's why I'm saying, come on, Vivid.
Well, but what it usually works is like someone actually creates it for cinema, and then porn can adopt it, and then people get like, oh yeah, I really love this. Now I need my VR headset to watch important films, it's like that. Jungle Cruise. There we go. I need it for my cinema, not just to see 4K cat people.
Oh, okay, a little hellfire. Whoa!
I said that. I don't know. Why are you picking up poor little hellfire?
Well, no, I'm just saying, that would be her excuse. No, I get it for the movies too, not just the porn.
No,
I'm very upset. No. This is all for porn. Yeah, if you can't handle that, you have not known me very long.
Yeah. Really, Philip, it's
how hard is it?
Enough of this. Let's get to comic books. Come on.
Yay!
Let's get to the main.
Oh yeah, speaking of stuff Disney's losing money on, let's get the comics.
Nice.
I don't know if they're losing money.
Phil's Comics Corner.
I mean, they're not the moneymaker they used to be.
Yeah.
What is? Well, they charge more for it.
Even though it's free, people still are paying for it somehow.
Well, the people because they sell ads on it, Lilith.
Exactly.
And then you have your OnlyFans, and then your paid channels, and and your Patreons, and it's like, well,
Patreon doesn't support that. Neither does OnlyFans.
Well, there's other things. There's, I guess it's whatever the OnlyFans or whatever the things the kids today are doing. I don't know.
If it ain't
I just
farm to
get my-
table organic porn, I don't want it, and I'll just keep.
I get my
reiterating
porn in
that.
ad-supported xnxx.com. That's the.
For that release.
Just get the premium, bro. It learns your algorithm. That's the one thing I do pay. I will not tolerate ads on my
Yeah,
porn.
that is the lesson. That is the lesson Rick and Morty taught us. Is that if you build your name into your account, it's going to know who you are. It's going to learn what you like and send you down where you want to go.
Talk about a rabbit hole. Am I right? Eyebrows,
Yeah.
eyebrows, eyebrows.
Hey, some women pay good money for that in Florida.
No, that was actually a gag in about how Morty
How Morty's a
actually
filthy
has
pervert. Don't even get me started on Rick and Morty because season 5 is a mess. I don't want to talk about it.
It is actually.
And if this isn't the evil Morty storyline that Matt Pat promised us, we're right in the streets on Reddit.
I'm just saying, like you saw this last episode. I mean, it was
the turkey
good.
episode.
Yeah,
the incest baby is what broke me. I can't do it anymore.
I mean, was it?
Poor Phil.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't even know what they're doing with that stuff, and it just what it is it's just a
Dan
bunch
Harmon is not okay. Somebody go check on Dan Harmon.
What they're doing is everything in this season is clearly they're all just one-off episodes. There's no arc, there's no story, there's nothing building anywhere. It's all just stuff that is done and then forgotten. It's like South Park, and Kenny's just being reborn every night, and it's a whole new world. And for Kenny, it is
They
always...
wish they could be peak South Park at this point.
Oh, yeah, well, who doesn't? I mean, really, I think that's
the
even
goal.
on the air.
Well, actually, peak BoJack. That's what adult animation
Well,
shows strive to do.
I mean, but that's a story that had a beginning, middle, and end. That died organically. That isn't being kept alive by corporate interests, the way that South Park or The Simpsons or other entities are.
I'm telling you, this pandemic is the best thing that happened to Trey and Matt. They're like, we don't have to make South Park, guys. We only have to make one special a year now.
Yeah. They've got their money. What else do they want, man? I mean, that's the thing. And that's what I always say about these things. Like when Scarlett Johansson's asking for money, yeah, she's asking for money. She doesn't need the money, but she's asking for it because, she wants what she's due. And how much she's going to settle for is going to be open for interpretation. Okay, Philip, I'm sorry, but, we got back on stuff. So what do we want to talk here? I like I said, I only read a few.
Well, Carl, you haven't got to talk much tonight. So what book would you like to talk about first?
Well, okay, since I only got to one indie book this week, which was Department of Truth. Always a classic, still good, and really, honestly, one of the most beautiful stories they've ever told. Because, they're out to kill the Bigfoot, as you do. Because, you see, when cryptids come into our world, there are things that are not meant to be, and they tend to be violent and kill people. Because we imagine they are. You see, cryptids are bad in that sense. And so when one actually manifests, they do have to kill them. But meanwhile, there's this guy that we see in this who's been following them because he kind of realized he's an old man and he's easy to overlook. And he's been hunting Bigfoot his whole life. And anyway, they're going through exactly why, how Bigfoot gets started, how, you have the Skin of the Wild Man, which was in Carthage, and actually everyone thought it was a myth until someone found a gorilla skull, and then we sort of get this idea of these large lowland hominids like gorillas that exist that people weren't aware of prior to the dawn of the Age of Discovery, as white people call it. And they're very good. It's a bunch of white people in the story, but they call it out. They're very clear to call it out. But look, we're dealing with the world as it is, and the monsters we have to deal with. But in the end, and there's all this little type here, and it's beautiful stories about this guy and his struggles as he's been obsessed in hunting the Bigfoot for so long. And there is this idea that when you see a cryptid, it like, because it's something that shouldn't exist, it's like a spiritual existence for you, and it changes your brain, and you can't quite comprehend the world properly afterwards, which is why so many people who get obsessed with Bigfoot or UFOs tend to act like real nutters. And this guy's following him, and then he is going to be attacked by the Bigfoot. We get a great big Bigfoot in it. And then, of course, our Department of Truth people kill them. And this whole time, you get this idea that they're going to kill whoever they need to keep these secrets. They can't have people talking about it. And Hawk, who is kind of a rebel in the whole thing, he's the guy who gets hired to clean up the messes. He realizes, this old man, no one's going to believe him even if he says anything. And he just wanted to know it was real. He just needed to know it was real. And he says, it's okay. You can go and know it was real. And there's this whole thing about morals. And like when we have time for morals, we have morals. And that's how you know the Department of Truth really is kind of the least bad guys in a world of horrific people. And so it is beautiful. I mean, honestly, if you're not reading Department of Truth, you should read it. Pick it up if you haven't started it yet. I think, as weird as it is, I think you can pick it up pretty quickly. Especially if you have that conspiratorial mindset. And yeah, I love Department of Truth. It is well worth the $3.99. Only $3.99. They're practically giving it away. And that, of course, is an Image comic. So there.
Lilith Hellfire.
No indies this week, technically.
Do we have an Archie at least?
No Archie this week either.
No.
So I'm going to talk about Wonder Woman because DC refuses to promote Wonder Woman. So I guess it's my
Which
job.
Wonder
So I'm going to talk about Wonder Woman Black and Gold #2. It's part of the Wonder Woman 80th year celebration. In case you didn't know, it's Wonder Woman's 80th year, and we're going to be celebrating in October. In case nobody tells you, you heard it here first. And Black and Gold is kind of dedicated to that. It's 5 stories by 5 different people and 5 different artists.
Is it 5 different Wonder Women?
No, it's the same Wonder Woman. It's all kind of a loose continuity.
Okay. And it's Diana Prince Wonder Woman, or
yeah, regular
because we have a few
Wonder
right
Woman.
now.
Well, yeah, and Nubia is actually in this one, and we also get the Firstborn and Steve Trevor. So I think this is my favorite. I really was like on the fence about #1, but #2 was really good because it's like more familiar faces, and I feel like the people that wrote these stories had a better handle on the actual Wonder Woman history. And the art is just absolutely stunning. If nothing else, pick it up for the Wonder Woman art.
Which we'll be doing later in the year, an episode of Wonder Woman for the 80th anniversary. Comic Capers.
Redemption for the year 1984.
Oh yeah, Lilith was in the cover.
1984 strikes back, baby.
A real year 1984 for Wonder Woman. All right. Lilith, did you read Spawn?
I did, of course.
Only $2.99.
I know. I was like, "Are you sure? Is this
Holding
right?"
the line.
Yeah, man. If you say anything about Todd McFarlane, man, he's holding the line.
No, there you go.
Shh, don't go praising him. He'll change it.
I know.
Because you know what? He has his money. He makes his toys. He makes his comic books. He doesn't need to worry about. He doesn't need to.
I'm actually
build a
excited
rocket.
for those He-Man toys. I heard McFarlane was doing a line of the He-Man, Kevin Smith He-Man toys. I hope we get a Orko. Justice for Orko.
Yeah. Well, I do want to talk about that on Super Connectivity. I know you have made your opinion, but I actually watched it
I'm a
today.
toxic fan and I'm proud of it, so I don't care.
That's fine. That's fine. I still
yeah.
have my anger issues over, Justice for Orko.
Oh, no.
But
Spawn 320. We're only 100 away from the perfect number.
Hey, we're even
Yeah,
close.
I thought this was pretty good, actually. Like, it kind of dipped a little bit after the 300th issue.
Yeah,
and now we're kind of back on that high.
It felt like it slowed down for a while, but yeah, it seems like it's back with like the action and again, he's keeping it. I think he's keeping it at $2.99 because there's more books coming. King Spawn.
So
and
many books, yeah. King Spawn #1. Actually, we should totally squeeze that in a Comic Capers
We already have that plan. We already have that plan. We already have that plan, Jan. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
The one after with Ray and Saren. Yeah, that one.
I mean, you've been saying Ray and Saren forever, I feel like, so I'm
That's
sorry.
Saturday, bro.
Okay.
But no, I mean, in the art's really good. I've been enjoying the art on this.
Yeah,
Carlo
shout out to Carlo
Babery.
Babery.
Yeah.
I like that we're getting new rogues and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A bigger rogues gallery, obviously, because he wants to sell toys. But I'm here for it. I mean, I'm a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. I know what merchandise can do for a franchise, so I ain't even mad about it.
But I mean, he also remembers where he comes from too, because of like Cygor and stuff. And
Exactly. No, that's not Gorilla Grodd, silly.
see, Charlie Esser, Todd McFarlane has gorillas.
Everyone loves gorillas.
I know.
No. Fun fact: gorillas have very small penises. I like gorillas for their size.
True story. True story.
True story. Yeah, it's because they have a single male who dominates females, and as it turns
So you're
out,
stuck with it.
kinda yeah. As an evolutionary trait, that's like, oh, that's what that whole thing's about. Okay, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I didn't think Todd had it in him to improve Spawn after the 303rd issue. Because it really did slow down after that, after the hype kind of died down. But like, I'm proud of him.
And again, he brought in all those other spawns too, like She Spawn, and then Gunslinger Spawn comes in.
Again, like we said, we need a Spawn family. Obviously, I think they're working on the movie, but I feel like there's another animated works, more like PG version. And that's why we're getting all these characters. Little Birdie said something, but that's been in development hell forever. So we'll see how that goes. He might take it to HBO Max now. He might actually have a shot at it. So
I mean, that's what the last series was on HBO. Yeah.
Have they done Lil Spawn?
You mean like little Deadpool?
Yeah, well, like Little Devil, Little Hot Stuff, Little Hellspawn.
I don't think, unless they did like one picture or something somewhere. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there hasn't been. I don't.
Kid Spawn, baby. It's old man Spawn.
I'm telling you right now, the internet is blowing up over Kangaroo the Conqueror. So you keep your eye on that market. There's gold in them there hills.
Yeah, Gen Z are whack jobs, and I love it.
Whoa.
They are. I love them for it, though.
All right, Charlie, you want to throw out another book?
Okay. I got one DC or three Marvels. What do you want to pick?
We'll do the DC one.
Yeah, I was gonna say save Fantastic Four and Captain America for super connectivity because
technically I got five Marvels then because I've got the ones I read online. Blue and Gold.
Oh yeah,
a week late and $1 short, but and apparently this is Diamond is screwing over all for no particular reason their customers because they opened up the Penguin accounts. So they're like, they're delaying everyone who opened up a Penguin's account's orders. Diamond is not good at their job. Again, it's like, you don't like us, well, we're going to be an even worse supplier for you. Ha ha! That'll teach you to explore other options to our lousy service. But anyway, Blue and Gold. I enjoyed it, but I got to be honest. It's great, and it's that classic funny comic book logic of Blue Beetle and Booster Gold coming in guns blazing with just nothing but disregard for their own safety and saving the
Justice League.
Yeah, saving the Justice League. Well, it kind of made the point that it's the Black Adam Justice League, so it's...
is that meta commentary? Oh, it's the Bendis Justice League.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Bendis.
But they make this whole big stink about how they want Ted Cord because he is a tech genius, and they need a tech genius on their team. Which, sorry, Ollie.
But they don't want Booster.
They don't want Booster. The guy with Future Tech, which is like, but he's like he. I guess he doesn't stand up to the high moral standards of Black Adam. I'm not quite sure. It's like there's a certain point where their logic kind of falls apart. I mean, all props to Black Canary and I think Naomi in this, where they're like pretty cool with it, but they're like, he's kind of weird. But they probably would have done it. I get the feeling that there's just, I don't know. It just felt weird the way they did that. And apparently Ted Cord, is he broke? Does Cord Industries still exist? Because they're a little vague on that in this issue.
All the billionaires go broke eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, and then basically they open up Heroes for Hire at the end, which is great. They can't call it Heroes for Hire, of course. But you do get the idea that maybe
can't
they
even
probably,
call it Mercs for money.
You kind of get the idea that they probably could get that Patreon going, and you can make a lot of money on that. And apparently there's some alien race that I don't know DC alien races, but apparently some alien race feels that Earth is in their territory, and so Earth should just be one of their satellite worlds, because
imperialism. How's it feel?
Yeah, but I don't mind the imperialism, but I'm just like, aren't there like 6 other planets that like have a claim on Earth right now? Like, doesn't Darkseid own Earth technically if you're drawing the maps? And you're gonna we're going to take it because this is our land. It's like, you do know Darkseid is always coming to this planet, right? It's like, do you know who Darkseid is? Is that a guy you know? I mean,
obviously,
how mid-level is your technology that you don't really get the news feed from the Galactic Order of Planets? Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was fun. I don't know if I'll get issue 2. I do feel they're kind of playing into the Booster Gold is an idiot trope a bit more than I like, because I kind of I liked when they kind of got him out of that when they were doing the Greatest Hero You Never Heard Of.
Yeah.
Storyline that was really good. Booster Goose Gold, I liked that. And then you find out that I think he's supposed to be the kid of what's his name?
Hunter.
Rip Hunter, yeah. That was all really good. That was all a really no. I'm sorry. He was Rip Hunter's ancestor. That's how that works. But that was a good run. This, I mean, it's good. I enjoyed it. But there's a lot of flaws in it that make me go, maybe not so much. What did you think, Phil? Because I know you read it too.
No, I liked it. That's what I said. I was here for more. It's I think it's only an 8-issue series. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
Random number, by the way.
I know. It's it's an even number.
When you can't afford to do 10, make it 8.
Yeah.
Well, at least they know they're not going to drag it out.
Yeah, at least.
Well, I usually think it's 6, 8. I think it goes 4, 6,
5's
8,
the magic
12.
number now in the comics.
At least the Marvel, 5's the
Yeah.
magic number, yeah.
I mean, I like a good 12 issue limited series.
They're not doing those anymore. You got to be Spider-Man to get one of those. You got to be Batman to get one of those.
No, I mean, I understand the premise, but that when I was a kid, that was
yeah, that's the gold standard.
You get that whole year. You get one full year with your hero.
Even the company-wide events, they don't do 12 anymore.
No, I know. You're lucky you get 6 episodes over 3 months.
Well, but again, it's a modern time. They just do a 6-issue event, followed immediately by a 6-issue event, followed immediately by a 6-issue event. So
we have crossover event fatigue.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
As you do.
So instead of
just don't make me read a mutant book. That's all I ever ask. They keep on trying to jam these mutants down my throat.
Whoa!
That's what she said. Moving on. I do want to shout out Static Season 1, Issue 2.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to Chris Cross on the artwork. Mwah. This is Chef's Kiss on the artwork. The story is pretty cool. Could you imagine your high school bully getting superpowers and he becomes your arch nemesis? Because that's what happens in this issue.
I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
Exactly.
Why do I feel like I read this book? I think I read did this come out this week?
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird.
Static?
Is there another Static Shock
expanding
okay.
number 1 last month.
Okay, that must have been the one I read. Okay.
Yeah, it's
so this is a different
now. Yeah.
Oh, this is number 2. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's expanding the Milestone World 2, which I don't know how I really feel about Milestone being folded yet again back into the DC thing, but if it gives me static, I guess I'm just gonna have to be happy about it. And I'm interested to see where it goes from there. I'm wondering if they're gonna like actually expand him out into the DC universe again, put him on Titans or something like that, because he deserves it. And they're really giving something for old readers and new readers. They have a lot of respect for the old material, which is very important to, I think, most Static fans. So it's good to see.
Very good. All right. I know you did not read it, but Superman, Son of Kal-El, #1. I liked it.
Come on, Phil, tell us about it, buddy.
I liked it. I mean, it was decent. I mean, it was kind of set up, but it's like, well, Lil, in the beginning, it's a flashback to John's birth, which has nothing to do with Convergence now. So you're welcome.
Oh, somebody heard me. Thank you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Batman and Wonder Woman are there, helping with the birth at the fortress. So
maybe I will pick it up. That's cute. It gives me Kingdom Come vibes, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. And then it's like John helping this guy who has like out of control, like fire powers, basically, I guess he set the fires in the West.
We didn't start the fire.
And John's like, here, he's like, because I guess the guy's anxiety is fueling his powers. And he's just like, here, John's like, just like, come here, give me a hug. He's like, you can't hurt me. So, I'll, just calm down. And yeah. And then,
Smallville of him.
And then
I was going to say Steven Universe, but yeah.
Oh, true. And then at the end, I don't know how this is possible. I thought he died in issue 1, in his own issue 1, but he goes to talk to his buddy Damian.
Oh, Damian Rain? Oh, yeah. No, they're still dragging that out. I just haven't read that issue.
Oh, I know. Issue 4 was out this week, yeah. But no, because he goes to Damian for advice, and Damian even like,
I'm going to Damian for advice?
Well, Damian's like, there's friends, but he's like, even Damian says, I'm like a vigilante and assassin. I just like punch guys in the face. He's like, it's kind of, for you, I know you want to change the world, and it's kind of hard to punch like equality and inequality and all this other stuff. And he's like, what do you want that S on your chest to stand for? And what did he say? Truth, justice, and a better world. And he said he wants to change the world. And like Damian says, of course you want to change the world. You're the son of Lois Lane.
Ah, got him.
Yep.
Honestly, though, I mean, he could just pull a Superman 4. I'm taking all the nukes, baby. What you gonna do about it? Make sure you kill Lex on the way out, though.
What's weird about that is like when you think about that for a minute, you're kind of wondering like, why hasn't Damian's granddad like ever come up to Kal-El or one of the others and say, hey, since you want to make the world a better place, can we talk for a minute about like
his means are a little, not the best.
He can't persuade a Bruce Wayne. You think he's gonna talk a Superman into this? Yeah,
maybe Jonathan.
He can talk Booster Gold into it.
Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. As we've seen from many in Elseworld, Superman is really easy to talk into fast.
Just kill Lois Lane.
Yeah. Kill Lois Lane. And he's like, yep.
He might have softened in the modern times, but I know back in the day, Ra's al Ghul's plan to like make a better Earth was to kill off like 90% of the population. So I don't think
worse than Thanos, baby.
Yeah, Superman wasn't going to be down for that. No.
Yeah. And what is that supposed to do?
And he's like, I'll give you a red sun. We'll recreate Krypton. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a good idea. I don't know why anybody thinks this is a good idea.
He was MCU Thanos before Thanos. He was, he was like, whoever's left, have a beautiful planet with tons of resources, and
actually Sliders did it first, so it's good.
I'm talking like 70s. Ra's al Ghul.
Okay. Well, then there you go. So I guess Ra's al Ghul did it first. He just wanted to kill everyone.
Denny O'Neil did it first.
You better put some respect on Dennis O'Neil's name, sir.
I know.
I will. From here on out, yes.
Oh no, like I like this. I highly recommend this book. The art was great, also, and of course,
I'm gonna listen to the Krypton report to see what they have to say about
I know, but and of course, added bonus.
Sons of Krypton as well, of course.
Yes, that's right. And of course, it was bonus. It was written by the current Nightwing writer Tom Taylor. So I've been liking doing lately.
Son of a bitch, I'm in. That's a Rick and Morty reference.
he really seems to get these characters, so if you're a Superman fan, I would pick it up. All right. Anyone else have any other books? Oh, hey, did everybody read Black Cat?
Of course, but
Yes.
did we talk that on Ultimate Spider Code?
No.
Okay.
I read it and I loved it, and we can talk about it on Super Connectivity if you want. But if
I'll just leave I'll leave a comment in the chat about Black Cat.
Okay.
Yeah. We're at an hour, so I don't know how long you want this to go, but
Yeah, it's 9:09. Come on, Phil, wrap it up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Love Hellfire. Sober enough, kids. Okay.
I was sober the whole time. It's Red Bull. Sponsor me, please.
No bang? All right.
they're not sponsoring us.
I know, but she's mentioned bang.
We know you sponsor New Rockstars, Bang. Sponsor us.
Yeah. Sponsor us. All right.
We're better and we have better theories, and we don't always think it's Mephisto.
Or
Speak
Agatha.
for yourself.
You see that meme? It was like Taskmaster taking off the helmet, and it's like it was Agatha underneath. They're like, "Oh, it was Agatha all along."
Yeah, they do
One of
all the
those.
memes.
Yeah. All right, kids. So it's been another episode. Send us your thoughts on lawsuits, heart attacks, Hawkeyes, comics. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Find links to all the various social medias for all the shows. Links to this YouTube channel, which I think we lost a subscriber a little. We're back down to 168.
What monster would unsubscribe when I was at 169?
Unless it was like a bot or something. I don't know.
I hope you step on a Lego.
So yes, please go subscribe so Lil Hellfire can get her 69 again. Find links to the Patreon, more and more stuff happening there. Links to merch, all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capes and lunatics. And please, of course, go support Southgate Media Group. Go to southgatemediagroup.com. Go subscribe to the Southgate Media Group YouTube channel and the Patreon. Bunch of free and paid content there from everyone from the network. Some of us more than others. And you can always pick up Pod Life, the book, now on digital and paperback. That really helps support this network. And when you do, get it on Amazon and use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Like I said, helps us support this show, the network, and that man of
That King Spawn himself.
that man who should be the next Doctor Who, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain.
No one man
says
should have
that
all that
too.
power, Phil.
What did you say? Please kick me in the pants. Mark my words.
Lilith Hellfire.
River song for the next Doctor. But anyway, that's at Lil Hellfire if you disagree, so we can fight in the streets. Over on Twitter, if you want to find me on Instagram, at Lil Hellfire69, and of course on TikTok, at Lil Hellfire69, making comments, not content.
Bye, Felicia. I'm thirsty for it, bro.
Charlie Esser.
And if you'd like to write to me in that old-fashioned email way the way our mothers and fathers once did, do so at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. And, of course, the next Doctor Who should obviously be Maz Manzoor, with whom I do a podcast called Full Steam Ahead.
Indeed.
And also Enough Said, which is actually technically the same podcast, just on different networks, because why work harder when you can work smarter?
Oh,
and of course, follow me on the Twitter as I live tweet things when I feel like it. I actually have not been live tweeting Legends of Tomorrow because even I'm kind of over it. But Stargirl's coming back, so fingers crossed. At Charlie Esser, that's CharlieEsser. Look for the two E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing.
Thank you, Maz.
Thank you, Mozzie. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Come back next week for our Suicide Squad review. The Suicide Squad review.
I'm going to be so wasted for that.
We're going to make everyone graded on, like, how many shark penises up.
So it'll be like a degree question, like it's a 45,
2 shark penises, up or
a
down.
90,
Yeah, that's right.
a 180. This is 180 degrees. This is 180 degree.
But until then, we have been your capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics!
Woo! You know it's going to be nuts next week. You know, I'm not talking about the shark. Come back. Join us. Just like that.
Bless
So do
this
with that.
mess.